Coming up next, have you ever tried to wakeboard? It's really difficult. We'll show you some nasty wipeouts next. But some area kids picked it up pretty easily, and others enjoyed tubing on Baden Lake. That refreshing story is just around the corner.
All right, last week Danny Harnden here was out on Baden Lake doing a story when he tried wakeboarding for the very first time. Well, he tried and failed once, and a second time. Oh, and a third time. Yes, faceplant after faceplant. The boat would pull away. Danny just, well, did this over and over and over again. After 10 tries.
I failed.
Yep, he summed it up nicely right there. You know, people who do that well make it look so easy, but it's quite difficult.
A U.S. National champion was teaching me. He said I was only the second guy ever he did not get up on the board.
How are your abs holding up? Are you a little sore?
Yeah. Everything was kind of
good ab workout.
If I had another 8 hours, I think I could have got it.
Perhaps. Yeah. Then it's time to go home.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, a few years ago, Greg Hodgin, a U.S. Masters wakeboarding champ, got in a car accident, and he says it really made him stop and think, what am I doing to help others? One idea turned into another, and Wake the World was born. And a whole bunch of local kids are now reaping the benefits.
This little girl named Bahira is having a ride she'll never ever forget, flying across Baden Lake on a tube. Her spotter is Jeff Lowe.
She can't swim, she's afraid of the water, and I said, I'll go with you, and so she jumped on and we took off.
Bahira and 130 other kids from the Triad area children's homes were treated to a day at the lake. It's called Wake the World.
You hear a lot of, this is the best day I've ever had in my life, you know.
Greg gets choked up when talking about these kids because he has such a heart for them. He started Wake the World 3 years ago, and he's overwhelmed by the generosity of other boat owners in the community who continue to grow this event each year.
Some of them come from a pretty hard background, and, you know, they've been let down by adults and find themselves in a bad situation.
But on this day, it's all good. The games that promote team building, the food, sandwiches for lunch, steak for dinner, and the fun out on the water, the tubing, and some of the kids even learn how to wakeboard.
But once you get the hang of it, then you can just like ride.
It was fun. Like, I was just wondering if it was gonna hurt or anything, but it was fun.
I did a little tubing, did a little wakeboarding, a little swimming here and there.
I think the fellowship goes a long way towards giving them hope and letting them see that there is a different life out there than what they may have experienced in the past. And Greg has just been an incredible role model, and he doesn't just appear in June every year. He comes and visits throughout the year.
This two-day event takes a lot of planning, lots of volunteers. There were 19 boats in all, and it takes money. Much of it raised during the Wake and Flake event that's held every March, where people wakeboard and snowboard on the same day. This year, 4 children's homes and 1 Ashboro Church youth group got to experience big-time speed across the lake. Wake the World is spreading across the country. Boat owners from Texas, Alabama, Ohio, Virginia, and Tennessee were in town to watch and help out. And Wake the World events in those states are being planned.
Because most of us here that do have the boats and all, we've, you know, had some fortune upon us and you know, and just have the ability to go out and share the fun that we get to share with our own families.
I think the ultimate goal that we would like to see is to have a permanent camp on a lake that the kids can come and stay for, you know, 2 or 3 days.
It's a day these kids will never forget, and Greg told me afterward that a couple of the kids that didn't even know how to swim got up on the wakeboard, and I didn't.
Yeah, what a great, I could do the inflatable thing.
Sure,
that would be a lot of fun. Just hang on. You got it, Danny.